Welcome to Diablo 2 Resurrected.
So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days in the Rogue Citadel seem so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate. Sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own. He struggled to contain. And he was losing. As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer? Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. And from that moment, we traveled together east. Always into the east.
As I said before, welcome to the first episode of my series of Diablo 2 Resurrected. I'll be playing as the Necromancer on hardcore. For those of you that don't know, that means one life, one chance. I've played this game a fair amount in my life, so I'm pretty confident I can make it through without dying.
Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Or some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the Wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutga Lane before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you?
I'll be playing as a Necromancer for this playthrough.
I am
For anyone that hasn't played Diablo 2, a Necromancer is a summoner. They also specialize in debuffs,
but I'm afraid I can offer
and
you
also
but
using spells under the bone or death magic school. Pretty versatile character class.
All who oppose me, beware.
Respect them for summoner. They're considered to be the safest character class in the game. So basically my goals for this episode will be to just farm some experience and then finish the first quest, which is the Den of Evil. I have very fond memories of this game. My friends and I used to play it at high school together. It was like the equivalent of our Pokemon cards. We were always talking about our builds and what loot we'd found. It's basically the first game that I'd ever played where you could roleplay a character properly with a very in-depth story, very immersive story in my view. So as you can see here, the Necromancer can raise skeletons from his foes. Later in the game you basically don't have to do anything, you have so many skeletons, but for now you still gotta do some work. Really gotta remember to turn off Steam notifications next time. So at the moment I'm under the effect of a skill shrine. The skill shrine's buffing the amount of skeletons that I can have by 2 or 3, I think. Generally you should only have 1 at this level. I'm also just trying to find enough loot to buy some books. Or some tomes. I'll explain those a bit later. There we go, got our first level. So I'm just going to put another point to raise skeletons so I can have 2 naturally without the skill shrine. And playing hardcore, I want to beeline my health as high as possible. I really ideally want to reach 150 hit points as soon as possible. Minimum. Take that, zombie guy. It's the first game that exposed me to the idea of farming for loot. Never really experienced it before or played any game similar to it. A good friend of mine, Adam, introduced me to this game at his house many moons ago. The Necromancer isn't my normal character class or character style. I would normally always play the Paladin or the Holy Warrior, but times have changed. Gotta stick with the Reaper theme. So I'm just going to continue clearing out the first area, try and get up to level 3 at least. So I can have 3 skelly boys. For anyone that doesn't know, those wells there, they just refill your health and your mana. Kill me some rats. Stamina Shrine just lets me run unlimited, basically, for a few minutes without having to worry about stamina. Pretty self-explanatory.
Not in town.
So I'm just going to head back to town and see if I've got enough to buy my first books.
Good day.
And I can already see, no, I don't. It's actually a pretty poor loot run. At this stage of the game, though, the most important loot is actually experience, though, so... It's about just after the midway point that loot becomes a real factor in your build. Oh, so the skill shrine's refilled, so we'll take that one. Here we go, some fancy new leather armor. And it's off to the Den of Evil.
I sense death within this place.
Indeed, there'll be more. Oh, that sweet level sound. So I've just put a point in Skeleton Mastery. Because I have the skill shrine active and I've put 1 point in Skeleton Mastery, it lets me have a few bonus points for a few minutes. So my skellies just got buffed.
Not enough mana.
It's never enough mana. For me personally, it never gets old splatting things. So I'll put some into my dexterity. That's your attack rating, or your chance to hit. So every time you swing, it basically rolls a hidden modifier to see whether you hit. The real hardcore Diablo players min-max every character they build. But for me, I'm more just into fun, challenging fun. So the goal of this quest is just to clear out the cave, kill everything you can find. The bonus, or the quest reward for this one is a free skill point. Shaman can resurrect the fallen soldiers, so my job is to take those guys out. This big ape gorilla, die. So that blue zombie there, he's a boss. He should be surrounded by minions or stronger zombies. And the minions all have the same effects that he's got, so you got to be careful. Another level. Rain and experience. So now I've got 3 skellies permanently. After the first few levels, it's diminishing returns on your skill points, so it's not a free skeleton every time you spend a point. Poor dead rogue. Died to a battle axe in the back. Just keep chopping up the shaman so they can't be resurrected. Unless I want them to be. Ooh, magic ring. One little pocket of buggers around here somewhere. We shall find him. Another dead rogue. There we go. Last pocket of infidels. Practicing their demonic worship when they should be practicing good old-fashioned necromancy.
Is that enough to earn the rogue's trust?
Judging by the amount of soldiers she lost, I'd hope so. Just basically pick up all the caps. Gold and experience are my priority at the moment. Let's get that out of here. People in the chat will probably be screaming, why did you use a town portal? Well, I got a stamina shrine, so it doesn't matter. I think that just about sums up the first adventure for today. We'll head back and sell our stuff. Buy ourselves a fancy book. And I'll see you next time. Commander Tyrael. Out.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned...